What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Candyman review here on Movies Done Dirty. We went and seen Candyman today. Candyman was the movie for this week. I don't know about you, Candyman was
That's four.
For what?
Don't say his name. We just seen the movie, Steve.
It's fiction.
Just don't say it. You're gonna scare me.
Candyman. See? What are you worried about?
I don't know. I guess nothing really.
I'm candy! I love candy! I'm so happy candy! Yay! Give me candy! Lots of candy!
Roll it. Welcome, everybody, to Movies Done Dirty. Here we go, episode 4. Episode 4, coming in on a month. This week we're reviewing Candyman.
Careful now. Don't say it too many times.
So before we get into really the gist of the movie and our thoughts and opinions on it, I just want to say, is there any sort of guideline or rules the way you say Candyman?
Yeah, like, is there a countdown timer? Like, if I say it once today and then 3 times tomorrow, is that still 4?
And then, like, you only can say it one more time, and if you accidentally slip up, like you're at, like, a family reunion, and your old crazy Uncle Gary's like, hey, did you go see that movie? And you go, yeah, oh yeah, Candyman? And he just starts porking everybody.
I mean, like, do you only get to say it 5 times in your entire life? What the heck's the deal with that? Let us know in the comments down below what you think the rules for the Candyman thing are.
Do your research. Let us know. So first up, characters.
I tell you, I mean, I, like you, never seen the original, so I can't judge it off of, like, comparing to the originals or as though it's a remake, whatever. Just strictly off of this movie alone, I enjoyed the characters. I mean, I didn't feel like any character was out of place. Every character that was introduced actually served a purpose during the movie. I truly enjoyed the characters' work, like even right down to the actors playing them. I thought they did a good job.
Yeah, I have to agree. I don't have too much to really say and dive into as far as the character aspect goes. I think that they definitely did their role. They did their part. I don't really see where anybody else could have came into that role and done any different. It would have elevated it or would have made it not as good. So as far as characters go, I'd say they did all right. They did pretty good then.
Going on to the story and the plot, what did you think?
So story and plot, I think it is what it is. I think you're getting what you get. And what I mean by that is it's just like any sort of sequel or any sort of reboot or remake. If you've seen the previous ones, there's a bar. And it's one of those, did the story live up to what the previous movies were? I can't give you an honest opinion on that. Like I said, I've never seen the original. So we went into it with a very open mind. But I enjoyed the story. It develops well. I felt like there was definitely, as far as the plots go, there was some plot twists. You start figuring out different things. They dive into some of the backstory stuff. We talked with somebody at the theater who, mentioned that they did really good as far as that goes, like continuing the story of the previous movies.
I mean, I totally agree. I mean, they did a good job. For me, as somebody who had never seen the franchise before, they did a good job of introducing me to it, giving me the background of the characters, letting me feel like it could be a standalone movie. Like, I didn't need to see the last 4 or 5 movies, however many have been out. Yeah. I didn't need to go see those first to get a feel for them. Is he gonna stay here forever?
He doesn't stop.
But like I said, I really feel like they pulled it right along perfectly. Like, it didn't feel out of place. I felt like I belonged in that theater, even though I hadn't seen any of the older ones. And they touched on some subjects that are a little iffy in the world today.
Very
And
21st century.
I thought they brought it in pretty well.
Yeah.
All things considered.
Yeah. Music and sound. So, with a horror type movie, it's a little different. Music doesn't play too big a role unless you're watching a Michael Myers film or something of that nature. Sounds are huge. So we kind of look at it more as the thrill aspect. Was there like a weird bone crunch you heard that made you kind of jolt a little bit? I'll tell you this, my personal preference, I'm not a horror movie guy. They scare me. That's not nice. They
All day with this guy.
You did it. Blame yourself. So, I didn't jump once. Not once. Scout's honor. I did not jump once. But there was like good noises. Bees. Obviously, you guys have seen the trailer with the bees and stuff. I mean, I thought that sounded really well. There was definitely some vibrations in the theater. I mean, it could have just been the speakers and stuff, but just the way certain things were, I felt immersed. You know?
I mean, I'll agree, like, when they wanted it to get, like, right down in and get you feeling just icky, they did a good job of it. Like,
Yeah.
I felt truly disgusted at a couple times. They didn't go for those easy jump scares like most horror movies do, which I appreciated, you know, don't go for the easy scare the whole time. They went with some grossness, just some nasty things that I'd rather not see again. But, I mean, I thought they did a pretty good job on the music, made me feel immersed into it.
Yeah.
So that brings us right into visuals.
Yeah, so, I mean, that was a good transition right in. I mean, as far as visuals go, there was a lot of blood, a lot of gore. Like I said, I'm not a big horror fan, so take my opinion lightly. Don't take it very seriously. It's a horror movie for me. Visuals were a little underwhelming, but I liked the bees. I thought the bees were really cool. Like I said, we know they were CGI'd. I mean, they didn't use real bees or anything, but... I don't know, man. What are we gonna...
You're taking them home with you.
Going home with me, not that guy. Not that guy. But yeah, your thoughts on...
The visual, like I said, they did a good job, I thought, on the visuals. Like, everything that you feel would be CGI didn't really look CGI. So if it was, they did a really good job on it. Right down to, like, some of the... I'm assuming the stuff that they would put on, the costumes and makeup stuff. I thought they did a good job on it.
Mm-hmm.
I like the visuals. Even getting right into like the city. It was based in Chicago, and it felt like they were in a
Right in
typical
the
big
inner city. Yeah.
I mean, they were on the rich end
Mhm.
because of the lifestyle that they led.
Yeah.
But it felt like you were in the city the whole time.
Yeah.
And that brings us down to pace and flow.
So, pace and flow was good. I was into the movie the whole time. Like I said, I didn't really jump too much or nothing, but the pace and the flow as well. Once again, like I said, nothing really jumped out to me, but I mean, decent.
I mean, it was a short movie. It was only about an hour and a half.
Yeah, it
if
wasn't
that.
very long.
I mean, with the previews, we were there for an hour and 40 minutes.
Yep.
I think so.
Yep.
It wasn't a very long movie, which is probably for the best. They told the story that they needed to in the short amount of time that they put it in.
Yeah.
Which I thought was good. And it just flowed right along. Like, it kept the story progressing. There wasn't anything where you were just like, come on, get over with it.
Right.
So, I liked what they did there.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on to the final grade, whether it was done dirty or did they do it right?
Yeah. So, I don't want to give it a done dirty. And the reason why I don't want to give it a done dirty is because I feel like I wouldn't be giving it justice because I have not seen the originals. Had I have seen the originals, I probably would have gave it a done dirty just because it just felt stale to me. I never really was like, oh my god, crazy, this is nuts. It was your basic typical, they tried to do the jump scares, they tried to do that stuff, You knew when things were coming and what was going on. It felt a little predictable. Couple little, like I said, plots and twists here and there. But I think it's 4 in a row. I'll give it a done right.
See, I'm going to go ahead and, like, my final thoughts, I thought they did a good job with the movie. Having never seen the source material, the originals, I thought it was done good on that aspect, so I'm not going to say it was done wrong because I had never seen the original, so I don't know about that. Judging off the vibe of the theaters, people seemed happy coming out. There were people talking about it, which I'd say is a good sign.
Yeah.
Let's find out what the weirdo thinks real quick.
The movie was great. It was awesome. I can't wait to watch another one. Oh my god!
I can't take this guy no more. I think that's it. I think that's a wrap. I really do. Next week, we're going to see Marvel's Shang-Chi.
I'm looking forward to this one. I've been seeing the previews. Every week we go to the theaters, I keep seeing these previews, and I look forward to this one.
This one's going to be a good one. So, I think it's a wrap.
I think that's a wrap.
I think we're out of here before comes back.
Oh yeah, let's get out of here.
This movie was trash. I couldn't get better.
Alright, now for the giveaway. There's going to be a few different ways to enter. What we want you to do is comment down below with anything that you want, whether or not it's something you want to see this movie, something you liked, you didn't like, another movie that you're looking forward to coming out. Doesn't matter. Just make sure you comment down below. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because if we pick the winner and you're not subscribed, you will be disqualified. And another entry for sharing the video. Share it to Facebook, to Twitter, whatever you want to share it to. It doesn't matter if you have any followers or not. Share it to nobody. It still counts.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.